We're back. We've got Mary Bralley here with us, Window on a Wider World. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing having a wow day.
Hey,
How about
perfect.
you?
Doing pretty good, and it's wow with 2 W's.
That's right.
Window on a Wider World, of course.
3, W-O-W-W. So
that's true. 3 W's. There we go. Of course, got to have all 3 of them in there.
That's
so tell us a
right.
little bit about, for maybe people who aren't familiar. Of course, you may recognize Window on a Wider World from Sketch the Sky. We do that every day here on Second Cup.
Thank you for doing that.
Love that for sure. But
Yes.
tell folks at home what Window on a Wider World, what your big broad goal is here in the community.
Well, the reason that we do Sketch the Sky is because we started off with arts. We wanted to bring arts to children in the Panhandle. A lot of kids don't have, or schools don't have, arts classes anymore, and so that was one of the main reasons that we started. But we've morphed into so much more. Now we are bringing programs that take the core subjects they're learning in the classroom. We bring experiences to them outside of the classroom and help them understand why it is that they're learning what they're learning. So for instance, right here in the studio,
Yes.
they get to see geometry. How, what do you do as the cameraman how do you practice geometry? And it's all about framing and composition. And what about trigonometry? The different lenses that you use, and the audio mixing and all of those good things. And so when kids see math in action, they understand more about why they're having to learn it. Because, let's be honest, when we were in school, did we ever think that we were going to use these things?
It's easy to think not sometimes, but you get to see it in action. Hopefully everybody at home can hear me. You can see that we're in focus right now. Like I said, there's all these real world
That's
concepts.
right.
You get to see them in action, which
That's
is
right.
certainly a great mission for sure. And a big thing is that you really depend on the support of others in the community as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
And this week is huge for us because, as everybody else in the Texas Panhandle, all other nonprofits, we are participating in the Panhandle Gives. And so every dollar is going to be amplified. So if you give us $50, that will give one whole class an opportunity to have a visit like to KFDA. $100 will give, another something or other. And so everything helps us continue our mission of serving over 8,400 kids in 49 schools in the Panhandle. So whenever you help us, you help the entire Panhandle.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that's helping a lot of kids for sure. So let's kind of just talk about, like you said, it may be a visit here to, our News Channel 10 studios. We'd love to have our school visits. And what are kind of some of the other settings that kiddos sometimes find themselves in, and the kind of learning things outside of the classroom?
Well, let me just tell you, we recently started what's called a Day of Ag at WT. Obviously, we are full of agriculture in this area, and so kids were able to go to WT, visit a college campus, which for some, that might be the first time or only time, hopefully not, but only time that they're on a college campus. And they learned all about agriculture, the economics of it. They learned about fake meat. They learned about how milk turns into ice cream, and just some real world experiences. Then they learned, okay, now that I know about all of these jobs, how do I get there? And so one of the rotations was how to go to college, what to know, what to expect. And that's what we have to do with these kids, especially in middle school. We need to open their eyes about different careers because we want them to be educated and we want them to stay here.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more for sure. So if people want to get plugged in with Window on a Wider World, what's a great way for them to do that?
They need to log on to our website at WOW.org.
3 W's.
Also to go to the Panhandle Gives page and type in Window on a Wider World, and it'll bring us up. And please donate. We appreciate all of the support that all of you viewers are giving to all of the nonprofits in our community, and we would appreciate your support.
Absolutely. So definitely consider Window on a Wider World for sure, and kind of talk about that a little bit. Of course, like you said, you were talking about how the donations can really go far, but how much more help it is that, of course, the Panhandle Gives. You get those funds amplified because you already get the donations people give, and then it turns into more. How much does that mean?
You know, what really means the most are the people who are giving towards the amplification fund. They know that they need to support, and they're supporting in a big way. They're giving to the amplification fund to help everybody. And so we are so thankful for those that are giving to the amplification fund, and of course the ones that are giving, to the nonprofits specifically. But we couldn't do it without the generosity of our community. You know how generous our community
Absolutely.
is, and I just appreciate that community members understand the need to support education and career awareness, because that makes for a healthier community. Yes. And it just moves our city forward and all of the cities, the communities around Amarillo.
Absolutely. Well, keep up the good work for sure.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming and talking to us this morning.
I appreciate it.